Hello you guys, and welcome back to Lydia's Life After 50 TV. Today is Saturday and I'm on here today to share another video with you. Today's video, guys, is going to be for my lock followers. So if you're not following me for locks, I am so sorry, but I hope you watch it anyway. But I promised my lock followers that I would come back around the 30th month, and I reached 30 months lock on the 25th of September. So I knew it was time for me to come in and to give you guys an update. So today I'm going to do it in the form of a Q&A, questions that I've been asked. I've actually had people reach out to me through my email, and so I wanted to make sure that I try to answer some of those questions and just kind of update you on where I'm at 30 months. Guys, I have 6 more months until I am 3 years locked. So this has been a very beautiful experience. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that everything has been just fabulous, because there are trials and errors with everything that you do. Because to go from wearing your hair relaxed to go back wearing it natural and then locking it, you have to learn everything that you need to learn in order to take care of it. So I'm just going to address some of those things today. But let's get the preliminary things out of the way. I want to thank you guys that are new to my channel, that are viewing me for the first time. Guys, you are amazing. I have, in the last 30 days, gotten a lot of significant growth on my channel, and I am so just blessed. And to all of my new followers, thank you so much for feeling that my content was something that you wanted to see and view and be a part of. So I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. Y'all just don't know how much it makes me feel to know that someone really wants to hear and see some of the things that I have to share with you guys. So thank you guys so much. And today, once again, I have I'm kind of all over the place because I got a couple things that I need to make sure that I address. But what I'm going to address first is about my locks being 30 months. When I started this journey, guys, I did not know where I was going to go, where it was going to end, if it was going to be something I was going to do forever. I knew that it was something that I wanted to do. I know that I have desired to change where I was in my life as far as embracing who I am as an African American woman. I wanted to embrace my culture, and it was in somewhat a spiritual thing for me because of that, because I wanted to own who I am. I didn't want to no longer walk in someone else's shadows, to feel like I had to conform to society to be accepted. So therefore I decided to embrace that, and I actually did that years ago by returning to my natural roots, and that was in 2010. So I've been on this natural journey almost 20 years now. So for the last almost 3 years now, I have been locked, and I have been loving it, guys. And I have learned so much about my hair. And one of the things I will share with you guys, when I started this journey, I wanted to be more, I guess, commercialized. I want everything to be a little bit more neat and all of that. But throughout my journey, my whole thought process of my hair changed. I started loving more of the organic looking locks because I felt that it was more natural to me. It felt more authentic to me. So therefore I decided that I wanted to embrace that. Not saying anything is wrong with people who like to have more manicured locks. It's nothing wrong with that. It's absolutely beautiful. Years ago, I actually went to the Africans and had the micro braids when everybody was wearing those. It was a thing back about, I guess, 10, 11, 12 years ago. So everybody was wearing the manicured, the micro braids. So I had over 100 of them over my head, probably about 120 of them. And they hung somewhere around, right below my breast. And I wore them, I think, for like 3 months. Took about 14 hours to put in my head, guys. So there's nothing wrong with it. They was beautiful. I loved them. And I actually have a couple pictures that I saved from when I had those. But, as I was stating, it's just, for me, I love the organic look of it. I love the ruggedness of them. My locks are special. I'm going to tell you guys. They do some special things even now. I do refer to my hair as a plant because, guys, my hair can do some amazing things. I'm telling you guys, it can go from looking like it has been locked for 5 years, looking so mature, to going back and looking like I'm a babe right when you're starting it. So I go through this thing that looks like I'm budding, rebutting. I don't know what it is, but you know, from what I was told from people that has been locked more than 10, 15 years, they just said that because of the texture of my hair, I have a very tightly curly, coily type of hair. I used to be able to put water on my hair and it just curl up just like that when I was wearing my natural hair. So my hair still does that. So water hits it, it still tries to bunch and curl and all of that. So I've embraced it, guys. It is what it is. But I will say this. You can look at all the videos that you two have out there. You can talk to anybody that's locked from 1 month to 20 years. And everybody will share with you this one important factor, that everybody's locks are different. There's no comparison. You might have similar looking hair types, but your hair will absorb moisture differently. Your hair will react to shampoos and conditioners differently. Your hair will, the oils that you use, some oils your hair will like, some of them they will not. And even though you'll see some people hair that's flourishing and thriving with those same particular oils, and when you put it on yours, it's like some oils I could put on my hair and it's as if I never did anything to it, like I didn't put anything in it. So it's amazing to me. My hair likes water more than anything, you know. So where some people might spritz their hair 2 or 3 times a week, my hair loves having it every single day. So I don't know what I'm gonna do in the winter. I don't know if maybe it'll respond differently in the winter time, but I know it likes it. So every morning that I shower, I just dip my hair in the water, you know, and let it run through. So, you know, it's nothing wrong with that. You know, some people may tell you, don't do this and don't do that. But what you really have to do is learn what your hair likes. You have to try different things that people suggest and then see the way that your hair responds to it. And that's how you'll know. So that's pretty much the update. It's grown, it's growing, and I'm loving that. So I'm gonna just kind of do a little bit of a spin and let you see that. Then I'm gonna address some things that people have asked me. So let's see. Hopefully, let me get a little bit more light. Hopefully this will help. Okay, so here we go. So today, I am planning to actually put another rinse in my hair. I did a rinse in my hair probably about 8 or 9 months ago. And it lasts about 6 to 8 weeks depending on how you wash your hair. So it has now worn out and I want to color it again. I have just a little gray sprinkled out throughout my hair that I'm not ready to embrace yet, you know, where I want to wear it, because sometimes it looks like I have lint in my hair. So it hasn't gotten to that point where it grows and it looks neatly throughout. So once it gets to that point, then I would probably not put color in my hair. I'm not doing permanent dye, but I do want to do just a rinse for probably another year or so, you know, and I only probably do it like once or twice a year. So what else? Also, I'm not retwisting as often. Sometimes I just don't feel like it. And then, as I said, I like the more organic look. I have very fine hair, so my hair looks healthier, it looks fuller when I don't retwist. So I'm just embracing that part of it. Some people they can't stand it. They can't stand the frizz. They can't stand when it looks unkempt, I guess, to a degree. But I think that, you know, you just have to learn how to make your hair look nice and neat, as long as it's clean, and, you know, you actually kind of do things to it to make it look like it's taken care of, not like you just rolled out of bed, you know, if that's a problem for you. But anyway, let's get to it. So today I just put a little clip back here just to hold it back out of my face. Let's turn around. Hopefully you guys are getting a full view of it, and you can see where it hangs. It's probably middle back, right between my shoulder blades now, at the longest part. Yeah, right about in here. I really hope that was in the camera. At my 3-year, I'll probably do another full review. Let's just get in so you can get some closer looks, so you can see how bumpy mine is. I don't do a lot of palm rolling, so that actually will contribute to it not being so cylinder, you know, circular or whatever you want to call it, because I don't palm roll. I usually just, when I retwist it, try to give a demonstration. I get my lock, and after I, you know, get my oils or whatever I use, I just kind of put it on the new growth here, and I twist it like this. And I'll probably just do this, and that's it. I don't actually, you know, palm roll all the way down. I don't do that because, as I stated, I don't know, I just grew to like the more organic looking locks. You know, I just do. When I look at certain people, like I said, you know, more freeformers, there's a young lady on here named Laura Nicole. We actually started our journeys a month apart. She's like a month behind me, so she's 29 months this month. And I look how thick her locks are, and I was like, wow, she wanted to semi-freeform. So I thought with my fine hair, maybe if I don't palm roll as much, it would help my hair to not be as thin looking. You know, I want it to look more fuller. So, oh yeah, so that's where I'm at. So I actually got a few emails, and I wanted to just address one that a young man asked me. Didn't know I had a lot of male followers. I don't think I do. When I look at my analytics, it's not a lot of male followers, but I guess that there are a few viewers for my lock journey. And so one young man asked me about encouraging young men who are locked. And being a woman is different because I think women are more accepted in the society with locks more so than men. But times are changing, guys. I see a lot of change where a lot of states are making it illegal for people to discriminate against your hair. If you want to wear your natural hair, you just have to keep fighting for the cause. If it's something that's very important to you, you have to fight for that cause. So for my young men, I would say to you guys, it is absolutely nothing wrong with you living in your truth and being who you are. If you love locks, if you enjoy your hair being that way, the one thing that I would say, the same way you will keep your hair well manicured and combed nicely, it is important that you do that. You keep your hair nice and clean and neat. I don't know, I think some people feel that having locks, it means that you're just gonna say, forget my hair, you know, I don't have to do anything to it. I think it's still important for you, if you enter to any professional environment, you have some things that you need to take care of. It's the same way you would be if you had a short fade or whatever you guys wear these days. You go to the barber shop and keep it up, you know, keep it up. You keep it edged up and nice and clean and neat and lined up and parts and all of that. It's the same thing with locks. You make sure that you keep your hair nicely clean, nicely washed. And I don't know if you're going to be a freeformer or if you're going to be one who retwists, but whichever way you decide to wear your locks, just make sure that it's nice and neat. You know that if you enter into a professional corporate environment, you can't look like you rolled out of bed. That would be with any hairstyle. We don't want to make it that we telling people that however my hair looks, I can just do whatever and just go wherever. Make sure it still meets the same requirements that the company wants you to have. If they say you have to be well, you know, have to be neat, and your hair has to be well groomed and clean, you can have your locks well groomed and clean. You know, it's important. I do see people, in my opinion, that abuse locks. I see people who have a lot of lint and things in their hair, and that would not be accepted in a professional environment. And why would you expect it to be? So it's also the way that you carry yourself. Because of the stigma that, you know, society has placed on people who wear locks, that we're drug users, we don't work, we're thugs, and different things like that. If you're not that type of individual, then stand up and be who you are. There are a lot of professional men, and at the end of this clip, I'm going to insert a couple pictures because I forgot to write the names down of two young men that are in this, that wear locks, that's in the professional industry. One is a young man that's an attorney, and guys, they look amazing with their locks, and they go with their suits on, and their hair is nice and neat and clean, and they rock that. Okay, so it's important that you still make sure you follow the guidelines of being well kept. Don't think you can roll out of bed just going somewhere willy-nilly looking crazy. You know, clean up yourself. Make sure your hair is well groomed and neat. even with me wearing my hair more organically, and so that means I'm not retwisting, so it's not all, manicured and everything. But as I have this pulled off my face, my hair is nice, it's neat, and it's clean. I have to be aware of that because I work in a corporate environment, and it's the way that you carry yourself. A lot of people want to say, I should be able to do what I want to do. If that's the case, then make sure you're an entrepreneur and you do what you want to do, and you can wear whatever color. Your hair don't have to be combed. You can have lint, you can do whatever. That's your business. You can do whatever you want to do with it. But if you're going to be accepted in society, we do have guidelines of making sure that we're looking professional, that we're looking clean. I don't think the style of your hair has to affect that as long as you follow those guidelines. So I hope that was enough. That is all that I can contribute when it comes to men. But what else did I want to address? For women, and I see a lot of women, a lot of young ladies doing all the different colors. We still have to respect the companies that we work for. When you go into companies, you know that there are certain rules that you have, and as far as color. So that would be for me, even if I had, normal relaxed hair, or just wearing it loose natural, there were certain colors that I couldn't dye my hair, just because of the company guidelines. That still, pertains to me with my locks. I can't go in here with orange or purple or green locks, and I work in a corporate environment. It's not accepted. So I'm not trying to change those dynamics. I'm just glad the fact that my company is okay with me wearing my locks, because when they were baby locks and they were frizzy and all over the place, I was afraid that they would say something, but I made sure that I kept them nice and neat. I wore headbands, I made sure that my hair was not real dry, and it was accepted. No one ever said anything to me ever. So I'm so glad that we're changing that as time go on. I think people are realizing that we as a black race are, should be able to embrace what we culturally are. We shouldn't have to conform to other races to be able to be accepted in society. And as long as we present ourselves as professional people, as respecting, upstanding citizens, we should be okay with that. So I'm trying to think what else questions did I have. Do I regret starting this journey? No, I don't. I don't regret. I have no regrets at all, guys. Sometimes I do wish I could run my hands through my hair. I actually saw a young lady that I was out with friends that had loose natural hair, and she had a big afro puff. And so I went and found photos of myself with my afro puff, and I was like, oh, I would just love to be able to run my fingers through my hair, because my hair was very beautiful, loose natural as well. But I don't regret it, guys. I can't wait to see how long my hair can get. Would I ever change? I get that question quite a bit. Would I ever cut it? I don't know. I think it depends on what my hair does. I have seen some people who hair became so heavy from the locks that it thinned out in the roots, and they had to, cut the hair. I guess it depends on what my hair decides to do. I had a girlfriend actually who hair started to lose it, and I think she had a little bit of alopecia, and I'm not really sure what alopecia started by, and she had to shave her head. So, I think those type of situations would be what I would have to deal with in order to cut them. Sometimes it gets irritable when I'm trying to do things and I feel stuff on me, and I'm like trying to move my hair out the way. I'm like, okay, that's my hair. I think it's bugs sometimes. I'm like, oh my God, I be moving. I'm thinking it's some type of fly or mosquito or something. And I look around and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's my hair. So it's just little things like that can annoy you, just like it did when it was loose natural. And sometimes my hair was getting on my nerves when it would be frizzy, when one responding right to products, or I had to wash it and detangle it. It was the same thing. You're gonna have issues. I think because it's not as many people locked that we tend to make this more of a big deal, being locked, when actually we go through the same situations that we did when our hair was relaxed, or when it was loose natural. We still had the same problems. We still complained about having to do it. I think this is better because I really don't have to do a whole lot to my hair, but every 3 months is when I actually get in and do my detoxing and my hot oil treatments and things like that. So it's not as much whereas I was doing that major stuff to my hair like every 2 weeks when I was relaxed. So it's pros and cons to everything, But if you know, it's just what you want to make it. You have to really know in your mind that this is a journey that you want to take, and be okay with it. And if you don't, you can always change. I'm not against anybody who decides that they want to do something different with their hair, because guess what? It's your hair. So that's my update, guys. That is my 30-month update. That is where I'm at. I'm pleased. I have to say that my family hasn't embraced it. I have a nephew now that has locked his hair, and I'm just flattered, because I think it's, you know, based on seeing mine. They always compliment me on my hair. My son is on a journey. He just started. My daughter was my inspiration, my youngest daughter. She actually is on her second set of locks. She started out the first time, and when she got pregnant, she decided to change it, and she went completely freeform. So she's probably about to hit 2 years. So yeah, it's been great, guys. It's, you know, my whole entire family is natural. All the women in my family is natural anyway. So, you know, I think it's wonderful that our culture is, we're embracing it. I love seeing the natural girls. It reminds me of the 70s when I was in like middle school, and I used to see the girls with big fros, and I used to be in awe of their hair. So to see this movement of people embracing their natural hair and wearing the natural, whether they're fros, loose natural, or whether they're locks, it's beautiful, and I'm loving it, guys. So that is my update, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for my other subscribers who are watching that are not lock followers. Y'all know my channel is about locks, life, and inspiration. And I have to take a moment to say hello to my lock followers. Thank my few ones that still follow me, because I know my content is not a lot about locks. But, you know, it'd be times when I will get in here. I'm not really heavy maintenance, so I don't do a lot to my locks. So I don't have all of these homemade shampoos and things like that. I just use natural stuff that, you know, that I can purchase. In my 3-year, I will update you guys on what I use, my faves, what are my staples. And if I notice anything different, I'll go there at my 3-year. But I'll probably come back probably in the next 2 to 3 months and give you guys another update and let you see where we're coming with the length. So thank you, guys. If you're new to my channel, please hit the thumbs up button. Please subscribe. I love to have you part of the family. And to my ride or dies, you guys, y'all know I love you so much. Thank you for watching today, and you all have a wonderful Saturday. Remember always, peace and love.